Life is just weird. Sports betting is weird. There's just a random element to it. It's just weird. So I had the biggest win online sports betting win ever. Um, as I boil some water here for some coffee, super early in the morning on Wednesday the 21st. So yeah, I had the biggest win ever yesterday, and I've always said I've kind of been waiting for stuff like this to happen. I'm going to take a second for that water. We've got to have some coffee. I'm tired. Um, while the coffee's going here, I was like, I'm gonna try a bunch of crazy bets. Look through the algorithm and find like ridiculous underdogs and just throw them all on one round robin at the minimum amount you can wager of 10 cents. And it ended up being a $37.20 bet that paid for over $4,000. And I mean, some of these were close, like Delaware State was close, Dartmouth was close at points. Like if I had won another one of those, you're looking at like 10,000. It was all the way up to 75,000 if I got all of them. But I didn't get all of them. I got six of them. So I won $4,000. That's 108 to 1 or 107 to 1, basically. Yowza. Sorry, yeah, the actual profit is 107.9 to 1. So it made me think of a couple things because I'll say that I'm not going to say the word fun was appropriate to describe like what that was, because I actually went to sleep through most of these games. Like I had a full day. I was out playing hockey yesterday, and I was not really in tune to this. I just kept passively looking at some scores on the phone, and the day started off with Wofford winning at 9 to 1, and then Drake winning right after that. This is in order of time actually, and it ended with Utah Valley as the latest game going on, holding on to a lead and winning, basically never going down in the after the first half. So anyway, uh, it made me think of like just the randomness of all this because this one won, right? This one's crazy. And I gave myself a chance to win a ton of money because of these ridiculous lines. And because other ones did not really win. Um, Hockey got destroyed. Hockey lost like almost everything. Or I lost all my wagers on my hockey round robins. So the point is this worked and it doesn't always work, but it resulted in a $4,000 win. Now here's what's funny, right? So when I was originally trying to set up the wager for this, I went into the nine round nine number nine thing, like a 9 team parlay. So it would pay if you actually had won it, $2,700,000, right? FanDuel would not actually let me wager here. They would not let me put any amount in any of these three areas. So it was beyond their payout limit. So if even the sixes, right? So they wouldn't pay. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've put 10 cents there. Even if you bet $8, it pays $207,000. They just wouldn't let it happen at this level. I get it. I understand. The lines are too crazy. What's funny is that I hit six of them. I mean, that's what's unbelievable, right? How much did that pay? Would it have paid more money if I had done that? I mean, I wagered 30 some bucks, right? So call this 40 cents, 45 cents, right? That's about what I wagered. And you lost this one, and this one. Yeah, you win more money. Amazing. So had they let me wager at this level and I dumped all, which I never would have done. I never would have done it this way ever. I did it this way for a reason. But I would have won more, but they wouldn't even let you bet the six. So the most, no, yeah, crazy. The most I could have done would have been this, which is this. 0.29, is it? It's about right. So here, Yeah, you still win about seven grand. So I put too much on the twos and threes, but I couldn't believe how many I won. All right. Point is yeah, I had the biggest win I ever had yesterday. So I pulled $4,000 out. That's what I did. So that's what I do. That's how much I pulled out of my account immediately after it happened because I'm like, wow, well, let's not leave that in there. So we did that. Now, what do I do today? I haven't prepared the algorithms today. I left like $500 in my account to play around with again, doing all kinds of everything for all the sports, right? Well, after this experience today, there is some logic to this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, and you are not going to go 6-3 very much doing this. But the algorithm did provide some interesting logic that led to those picks. So what happened was when we look at games that I've recorded scores for, which are a lot of the games we can talk about, I look at Lamar covering because this is a bad team in Pacific, that only an 18% team. So even Lamar can cover this 10.5 because that's a lot of points. So they do cover. Dartmouth covers also. Wow. Oh man. That makes me want to change something. So really we had options here, right? We could have done all these teams to cover. Like if we changed, yeah, you could change everything to a 110 here. Right? Because all these teams were underdogs. See how it pays so much less. But here's what happens though. Something else happens though. Here's what happens, which is Dartmouth covers, Lamar covers. All right. So your payout just changed to 6-1. And then what happened with Delaware State? Where's that game? And what was the score? I don't think I recorded it. Let's do that. I know they lost, but I don't remember if they covered. They might have. Let's find out. They needed to cover 7.5. Delaware State versus Wagner.
The final score was 58-51 Wagner.
So they do cover 7.5. If it was 7.5, you just barely get them to cover. They're going to pop up here in the results. Yes. So that was also a win. Wow. So everything that I picked on here could have gone 9-0 at the -110 level. But notice it only pays 14-1, even hitting all of them. And what did I do? I did the I give up on life bet. This was an I give up on life, everybody. Look at these lines. These lines say that I just gonna play the lottery, man. That's exactly what I was thinking. I go, I hate my sports betting time. It's not exciting. I'm not getting paid enough. The videos aren't getting viewed enough. Like, screw it. Like, okay, Maryland Eastern Shore, win this game. Go, Wofford. Right? And I'm on the ice playing stick and puck hockey with my son, and Wofford is winning at 9-1 to start the day. And I'm like, that's funny. I'm like, well, Temple was injured. I go, that's why I did that. Temple was at 84%, and this was only an 11% margin. And Wofford's a decent team. I'm sorry, that was why I took Maryland Eastern Shore. Sorry, not Wofford. I just took Wofford on a prayer because this line was way down here, ridiculous. So anyway, I'm happy with a lot of things that happened yesterday, sports betting wise. One is how ridiculously lucky I got, even though I got crushed on all my other bets for hockey, but I did not get crushed in NBA. Did not get crushed in NBA. NBA did really good. NBA, I adjusted the scores to reflect the game time decision people in the playing status. Essentially, I make them players now, and I redid the scoring, and it worked out better. And put these two dogs here with the Bulls and Wizards to win. So that was good. So I'm going to work on Wednesday, and I'm going to take the advice of, I believe it's Patrick or somebody, who's like, hey, if you do a private video, I'll pay you. Okay, I will do a private or a unlisted video for Wednesday. with the three sports that are going on: NBA, NHL, and college basketball. I'll prepare those over the next half hour and do a video before 7 a.m. going over my round robins for the day, which I'm going to do similar stuff where I'm only going to be an absolute lunatic. Like everything I bet, for example, has to have a positive line. Like we're going to be like, we are underdogs only. I mean it. Everything we bet has to have a ridiculous line because of this very reason. Because of the fact that I want to live my life to the fullest. And looking at this for a few hours before all of these games starts at least makes me smile and laugh, right? Or let's pick up a couple more 650s here. Right? Like, doesn't it just make you like laugh? Oh, really? I might win $168,000 today on my 37 bucks. No, you won't. No, you won't. But we did, but we did just win $4,000 yesterday on 37 bucks by looking through the algorithms. So I can spend the time, given that yesterday was a $4,000 plus day. And NBA annihilated it after being updated. That's the other thing. Because NBA used to be better than it was going the last few weeks. Like last season, I remember NBA doing a lot better. And I think it is related to that injury change that I just made. So even though Monty's upset that I called him out of the video for not paying, even though I knew he would. Like it's okay, Monty. Calm down, Monty. You'll be all right. We still love you. He did request like to remove to not make game time decision guys injuries. So that's what I did. Is basically I changed this. I changed the health percentage of the team to include the game time decision people. And that means it includes them now. And so the scores don't become as distorted because the projected scores are related to the injury numbers as well as the team's average scoring during any given game in a situation. So that's why this, I think, did better. And you hit the two underdogs. You have everything covering except for Memphis losing, but they were somewhat injured. And it said that the projected margin of victory for them is only one. So watch this. Ooh, let's do this right now. Better, right? A little better. Yep, I like this. Yep. So I'll update NBA for Wednesday. I'll update NHL, which got destroyed. Let's do some scores because I lost every NHL bet, so I actually didn't even pay attention because there was that madness going on with this bet. This was the bet that I had sitting in the chamber here in the round robin calculator that I was reviewing was, this crazy one. Put the actual bet back. I will resort that. Come on. Yeah, this one. I was watching this because of everything winning. So I wasn't even paying attention to hockey, but how bad was hockey? Like it was pretty bad, I think. Or at least what I bet was bad. Columbus loses to Philadelphia. That's kind of predictable. The Rangers lost. That was bad. I took the Rangers. Now I had Carolina because I noticed that the Devils are playing so poor, and the algorithm's right about that. Tampa Bay loses to Toronto. Ottawa loses to Winnipeg. That's predictable. St. Louis loses to Seattle. I took St. Louis. Anaheim loses to LA. That makes sense. At almost exact predicted score. And Calgary pours it on late to add a ton of goals against San Jose. So that results in actually a good day. Jeez. Wow. What did I do wrong? I had the Rangers. I actually took Carolina because of this. It was so crazy because the Devils, for some reason, have not won a game in 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something. It's been a while. And then what? Yeah, wow. I didn't take Toronto. I took all the dogs. I took every single dog, and every single dog lost. Look at that. Look at every dog losing except for no, every dog lose. So the odds makers pummeled my algorithm, even though we go 6-2 and we get a lot of scores right. And it's due to the fact that we favored things like the Rangers and Pittsburgh won, and we favored things like Jersey and Carolina won. But we didn't favor Jersey, so we only lost this one game, which is Rangers and Pittsburgh. I think that's right. All right. Well, I'll do an unlisted video, and you can pay me whatever you think is fair to see that video. I'll put the payment. I got 3 ways to get paid or whatever in the description: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Right. So you can pay any one of those ways, whatever you think is fair, and then I'll send you the link to Wednesday's video with all the algorithms, and I'm going to look for only ridiculous lines. Everything single thing has to be an underdog. Right. Only underdogs, and I'm going to find them in every one of the sports possible for the day. Or when I say underdog line, that can also be something like a same game and total points parlay bet. So like I made wagers yesterday of the Rangers to win and over 5.5 or something like that, or Carolina to win and under 5.5, something like that, which was a winner there. And you notice this had a really low scoring game, and we thought Carolina would actually win it here. It said like 3-0, ends up being 4-1 sort of. So even though this score is different because the streak of New Jersey was so bad. Point is, I'm going to find a bunch of those bets and I'm going to put them all in here in the Wednesday video, and you'll see exactly what craziness I'm going to bet. And also, there's nothing wrong with doing straight bets on this. I mean, look at how nasty the straight bet situation was here. Check this out. Check out how much your profit is on straight bets. Equals if this is a win, right? Then you take this -1 if you bet $1, otherwise -1. So this is saying if you won the bet, you won $8.90, right? Yeah, this is doing it. So it's already there. So basically, you're up 26 units on these 9 wagers. Wow. Right? So if you bet $100 a unit, you started the day up almost $900. If you bet $100, you bet $900, and you ended up with 26.31 on the day doing this. And there's an argument to be made for taking these teams plus the points where they all won, but you still wouldn't have won as much money. So I'm content with now doing this, given that I had one good day before the end of the year. And I haven't been betting unbelievable lines like this every day. I really haven't been going that crazy, but now I will, because even if we had not won all these games, like let's say that Wofford didn't win, right? You're still getting $500. Let's say that the Wizards didn't win. You're still winning money. So it's kind of like when you bet insane lines like this and you accidentally get a couple of them, you're setting yourself up for massive payouts down the line with limited investment. So I would say just pepper like your tickets with nothing, like none of this. This was a loser. Look at these -400s for Irvine, Kennesaw. They won, but I think Irvine lost actually. I think UC Irvine lost. Hold on a second. Just want to double check that. UC Irvine college basketball score.
They lost 62 to 57 yesterday against Harvard. And
that's at minus. So it just doesn't pay. So when I'm like thinking about, well, what's the secret to sports betting effectively? And well, there's something to be said for just the basic. Where's that key? Where is that game, Irvine? Probably down. Like, is it Riverside or is it Irvine? Where is it? There we go. Yeah, Harvard beats them. Harvard's defense comes up and stops Irvine from scoring. So that game was way up here. It's top of the list at a 26% margin. They go down. Totally pointless to have this destroy your round robin here. by losing this game. And this was my other thing. I lost Vermont. And I think Riverside might have lost too. Hold on a second. UC Riverside college basketball score. UC Riverside versus San Diego college basketball score.
UC Riverside lost 92-84 yesterday against San Diego.
How about that? I mean, talk about teams that are up at the top. It makes me want to go through this entire day. This is hilarious. What got beat and what I bet. So this was just a nutsoid day. It was just underdogs everywhere, huh? Wow. Well, anyway, point is it made me realize that doing this and losing these two games. No wonder this ticket didn't pay anything. At least Vermont was an underdog. Duke lost also at minus 330. All these massive things lost, and this craziness won instead. So I can do that in the Wednesday video. I come up with a crazy bet. More, I can come up with many of them. And I will do that. So if you want to pay any reasonable amount of money, you can subscribe to get Wednesday's video. It will be up by 7:30 a.m. I'm gonna do it right now. All right. Good luck, everyone. I hope your picks won on Tuesday. Mine, enough of them won. Enough of them won. And I won $4,000. And I cashed it out because I am definitely not going to bet $4,000 today. No, I'll bet today will be like $400 or $500 maybe. And even that, I'm already concerned. I should just leave like a couple $100 in there. But the point is that I'm going to do this again because this was fun, and this will not win. This will lose like this a lot, where it's going to be like this, where the only thing you're going to win are the Bulls, right? And it's going to look like this, and you're going to lose your $37 a lot. Or maybe you'll win with the Wizards because NBA is good, and you'll get 98 cents back. So get ready for this almost every day, but then once in a while winding up with what happened. Which was this? Oh, not that. No, it wasn't that. It was this. Mm-hmm. 4,000 So my new record, if we're keeping track of payouts on bets, is 108 to 1. Let's call it 107.9 to 1. What has been hit. So today, I obviously will be trying a round robin that pays more than 100 and 108 to 1. And based on how we structure it, we'll see how many you have to get right. Because had we got another one right, this would have gone up, and it would have been 276 to 1. So right now, the new record is 108 to 1. And I'm going to try to beat that today, and I'll do a video. So good luck. Maybe I'll pick 2 winning.